The year was 1954. With their sturdy, broken-down microphones, they were headed for greatness in the American West. Jack and Ron in the morning. If you don't laugh like this, you're probably normal.
The following entertainment special contains mature subject matter. Parents may consider some of the program content unsuitable for children. Parental discretion is advised.
It's the bad boys of radio. Here's Jack and Ron.
Hi there, friends and neighbors. It is Jack and Ron. Jack Dam Elliott, Ron Dam Williams.
Hey now.
So good to be here at the all-new Blacken Studio location for Jack and Ron Show. We have changed locations. We're in far northwest Oklahoma City at an undisclosed address. But we're here doing the show, and hopefully every Monday about 1 o'clock, right about this time, we'll be doing the Jack and Ron 1 hour podcast live on Facebook.
Yeah, undisclosed at the owner's request. Man, I don't want these people coming up here looking for you. No, well, at any rate, it's going to be great.
It's good, and we want to thank Richard Taplin. Richard is the proprietor here at Blacken Studios. By the way, if you want to know more about Blacken Studios, they specialize in all kinds of video production. Specifically, they work on podcasts. So if you're somebody who's thought, man, I've got all this material, I'd like to do a podcast. Hey, how do I go about doing so? You contact Richard. How do you find him? Just on social media, go to @Blacken Studios. That's @Blacken Studios, Blacken, and then the word studios. At Blacken Studios on social media, you'll find him. You can get in touch with Richard, and he can explain everything there is to know.
Great guy. I'll put it this way. Great guy. Don't come in here all shaky and kind of nervous. He'll put you completely at ease.
And strangely enough, and I guess oddly enough, he's willing to put up with us. And, when we first met him, he acted like he could actually tolerate us for, I don't know, a few minutes here and there. So anyway.
We were plenty wide-eyed when we walked out of here.
Yeah. So anyway, talk to Richard Taplin at Blacken Studios. And you find them on social media at Blacken Studios. So it's our first day back on after a couple months away.
Oh.
We had, some studio changes and a number of other things that went down. So now we're back.
Yeah, and I'll tell you something else. We'll talk about some nice people here in a little bit. But I was thinking about this on the way here. All the things that happened between the last broadcast and this one. What has happened in this world? Holy moly. All of a sudden, we're in a war. I say we're in a war, but I think we are. We're in a war. People are getting slapped, and people, what's that, Kim Kardashian, she's switched over, and Kanye's on an island trying to meditate. All kinds of things going on.
Jennifer and Ben are engaged?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Hey, I was going to mention this later. I can mention it now. 8.5 carats green diamond worth $10 million.
What a waste of money.
I better be hopelessly in love.
Yeah. Anyway, we're back doing the podcast now, and hopefully every Monday at 1 o'clock we'll be doing so. I know we have a Memorial Day weekend coming up here in the not-too-distant future, and it could be that Monday we won't be doing, because most people are out grilling and cooking and out at the lake and doing things.
Sleeping late, among other things.
So they might miss the podcast, and they probably would have no interest in seeing us on the podcast on that particular day because of all the vacationing type stuff they're doing. I wanted to mention this real quick before. Oh, by the way, I want to mention one or two other things real quick. The show is sponsored in part by Flash Hauler. I don't know if you've tried Flash Hauler yet, but Flash Hauler, FLASHOLR. You download the Flash Hauler app. They can take care of you in times of need. In terms of transporting product, you know how Uber transports people, Flash Hauler transports merchandise. You buy a patio set at Big Lots or wherever you go. You want that transported home because it won't fit in your Camry. So you go ahead and, download the app on your phone and you click in Flash Hauler, punch it up, and they'll send somebody out to take care of it. And they do a number of other things we'll tell you about more in just a bit. And we also want to thank Savvy with Radio Love out of Oregon. They're the ones who distribute this podcast on 10 different streaming sites, including Spotify, Google Podcast, iHeartMedia Podcast, TuneIn, Deezer, Spreaker. There's so many of them, but we're out there.
You can't miss us.
Yeah, can't get away from us. Here's what I wanted to mention. I saw this yesterday. I don't know how I caught this. I was going through the obituaries. I wasn't really going through them, but I saw this,
You always do that. That worries me sometimes. Hey, man, you check out the obituary. No, Jack, I haven't. What?
Well,
Yeah.
this guy I thought was very interesting. I won't give his last name. His name was Jim.
Yeah.
Anyway, he was born in 1935. 1935, and he passed away April 6th. But he went to Hanover High School in Hanover, Washington, but then I guess at some point came back to Oklahoma. But he wanted to attend Oklahoma A&M. He didn't want to pay out-of-state tuition. That's why he moved back to Choteau in Oklahoma. Then he stayed with his grandparents and so forth, and apparently he played baseball and was quite a good pitcher. And he was invited to try out, get this, invited to try out for the Atlanta Crackers baseball team.
Excuse me?
Yeah. You heard right. The Atlanta Crackers.
Hey, now.
But he didn't have enough money to get to try out, so he never did. But I just thought,
He was never a cracker?
No, he was never a cracker that I know of. So he never made it to the Atlanta Crackers. So there you go. I know.
Well, that's something else, an acknowledgement that I want to give out to a guy that neither of us know. His name is Phil Drumheller. He retired from radio. He works in Massachusetts, and he retired from radio after 70 years.
Holy crap.
He is 84 years old now. Joined radio right out of high school, and he was there until he retired. 70, actually, it's 75 years.
75 years of doing
75 years.
Was he an on-the-air personality?
Yeah, that was him.
Wow.
That was Phil Drumheller.
Phil Drumheller. He retired at the age of 84. Yeah. Our friend Ronnie K is 85, and he's still on the air over at KOMA doing the 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. shift. Yeah. Ronnie told me, I think I shared with this with you off the air at one point, Ronnie said, my ratings are really good here at KOMA. And you know why? And I said, why? He said, well, at 85 years old, people just tune in to see if I've died. Ronnie's got a great sense of humor, man.
Yeah,
so
I'm glad you did that because that reminded me of something.
Uh-oh. He's got his hand in his bag. Oh, your bell. There you go.
Yeah.
Can't do a good show with a bad bell or no bell. All right, we've got to get to Too Tough Trivia, and then we got some other things I want to mention real quick as we move on. Oh, by the way, we do have Too Tough Trivia, Tri-Bond, News of the I'll Be Damned, Sleazy, Trashy Showbiz Report, Tri-Bond, dumbass joke of the day, all coming up.
Yep, had to go over everything to make sure. It's been so long.
I know.
I don't got everything. All right, here you go. WrestleMania was last weekend. And it was pretty good. Pretty good 2-day event down there in Dallas at AT&T. We call it Cowboy Stadium. At any rate, your question.
All right.
How did wrestler Steve Austin get the name Stone Cold? They call him Stone Cold Steve Austin. How did he get the name Stone Cold?
I thought maybe as a young man he worked at Stone Cold Ice Creamery. As a young guy, and that's how he got the name Stone Cold.
That's really a good guess. Yeah, it's an excellent guess.
But I'm sure it's not right.
You are correct. It isn't.
I knew it.
Okay.
Okay, very well. Anyhow, we want to mention real quick too, Richard Taplin, who's the proprietor here at Blacken Studios, our new studio setting for the Jack and Ron podcast, is operating all the gear today and doing a great job, and we appreciate his time and his efforts. Here's something I found online the other day. They have all these sports bars that you can go to, whether it's, Buffalo Wild Wings or Twin Peaks or Hooters or wherever. Yeah. Now they got one called the Sports Bra.
Excuse me?
Yeah. They've just flipped the letters, not a sports bar, but a sports bra. And here's the deal. It's exclusive in terms of featuring women's sports and only women's sports. The owner is named Jenny, and Jenny Newen is her name. She says she was inspired because 40% of all athletes are women, but 96% of the athletes on TV are men. So she wanted to promote women's athletics, which is cool. The only thing is, I think if I go to a sports bar, whether I go to Louis or if I went to Twin Peaks or wherever, I want to see the most important sports of the day. That's not to say the women's sports aren't, because if you look at the Lady Sooner softball team, I like watching them. I mean, they've won 36 straight games. However, I'd also like to see guys in the NFL or maybe Major League Baseball or certainly the NBA. So I don't know, how do you think this is going to go over well where it's simply all female sports on the TVs and no male sports whatsoever.
Well, I look at it this way: if it's all female,
Yeah.
the males will show up.
Yeah, maybe they will. Yeah,
Then
you're
you will.
right.
Then you're gonna, as the old saying, where the women are, that's where the men will go. So if you have a good, good place, club, bar, whatever
Right.
the case may be, that appeals to women, and they show up in droves, man, you're gonna have a great business.
Not bad
Great
at all. Yeah,
business.
maybe it will be a great business for her. Go ahead.
I just wanted to say hello to Laura Sharp, Stephanie. Let's see. She's talking about welcome back. Brittany, hey now.
Brittany, my daughter?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I can't get that. I can't, for some reason, I'm not getting the feed
Well,
on
look
my
right
phone.
there.
Oh,
Oh, to the right.
heck, why did I just look up there at the big screen instead of trying to pull it up on my phone? Millie is there.
Elizabeth Atterbury Park saying, the crackers. Yes, the crackers.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh, Christy Stewart, my friend who was and she's saying, how about all male waiters? They didn't do that, though. I thought maybe they were going to have male waiters dressed like Chippendales or something, but that's not the idea.
volleyball players or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, they're not doing that. But Christy, nice to have you watching the podcast today. Christy used to work in promotions at WKY Radio when I was there, and she was tremendous. She now lives in Toronto, up in the Great White North. And there's a guy in Portland, Oregon, who rides around on a unicycle. Get this, he plays bagpipes. Maybe you've seen one of his videos before, probably on TikTok or Instagram. He calls himself the Unipiper because the bagpipes that he's playing while he's riding a unicycle shoot out flames. And then he usually wears a Darth Vader mask while he does it. But
Jeez.
he's kind of hurting right now, guys. You're
Why?
gonna feel bad. Someone recently stole his unicycle. Here's what happened. They saw it in the back seat of his car. They broke the window down and stole his unicycle. Knocked the back windshield out of the car, snatched it from the trunk. His real name is Brian Kidd, and he talked to a reporter about it the other day and said he was on a Unipiper hiatus because they don't have a Unipiper unicycle to. I'm sure somebody in where is that, Oregon? Surely they'll take up
Yeah.
a collection to get him a new unicycle. And here's my other question on this whole thing, and you maybe can answer this. You steal a unicycle? How do you know how to ride one? How many people do know how to ride one?
See, you're trying to give some cognizant reasoning to
Sure.
a thief.
Yeah.
A thief is a thief. You can't figure out why did you do that. You don't need that. Why did you take a chance on getting arrested or getting shot or whatever? You can't apply.
Well, I guess when you
a
pull it out of
reasonable.
I would think once you pull it out of the vehicle, I look at it and I'm going, it's a unicycle. I throw it back in and leave. I have no use for a unicycle.
But you've already stolen it, so you might as well just take it with you. Well, look at. Well, maybe I can pawn this somewhere. Let me.
Maybe
go.
I get $5. Yeah. Good luck.
All right. That was a little crazy too. Now, I wanted to get your opinion on, of course, one of the big things that's still happening right now, and that is the slap.
Oh,
Will Mike Tyson and Ric Flair saying that the slap wasn't real. They said we can tell, especially Flair saying, I can tell a fake slap.
I have to admit, I couldn't tell if it was real or not. I mean, Chris Rock leaned back like he got a slap.
Yeah.
Will Smith, excuse me, Mr. Microphone, slaps his hand. I couldn't tell. I never heard or anything like that.
No, and you're right by the mic. I mean, he's got the mic. So, he was saying that, and he was interviewing, he and Ric Flair and Mike Tyson have a cannabis company going. I'll talk to you about that in a little bit too for us. At any rate, and Tyson was saying, if you are angry, you're mad, you're not going to go up and slap somebody. You're going to go up and punch them.
I thought so.
And punch them more than once. So both of them are saying it was fake. But, man, the results and the fallout from that's pretty real.
Now, at the same time, I often wondered if maybe a slap is more insulting than a punch. Like, you couldn't take a punch, so I'll bitch slap you. I'll just give you a little slap on the face because you can't. I don't know.
I can kind of understand that, but if you consider yourself, big time Hollywood star, macho man, and then you're going to get up there and get a little slap. No, you get up there and you punch him. Now, of course, if there had been a punch, then they would have dragged Will Smith out of there.
Well, now they've banned Will Smith from attending the Academy Awards presentation for 10 years.
Yeah,
they call that
banned him
bad?
after. Yeah, they banned him after he resigned.
Yeah, and to top it off, Is that really all that bad? You don't have to go to the damn event.
Now, the only thing, though, that he is getting some, I don't know, some payback on, a number of companies, Netflix for one, they put his projects on the back burner. Mm-hmm. They were really, let's go. Hey, it's Will Smith. Come on. Now it's kind of like, well, we're going to put him back here. We'll try to get back to your event or whatever you're trying to do. So we'll see what happens. And of course, Chris Rock has said, I'm not telling a thing. I'm not saying anything until I get paid. That's exactly his words, until I get paid. And I don't know if it's by a network or somebody else who will be interviewing him or this tremendous lawsuit he's getting ready to lay on Will Smith.
Here's what I think they ought to do. Have Will Smith host the Oscars next year. Wouldn't that be cool?
Well, he can't.
Well, I mean, I know he's been banned, but maybe you can make all kinds of, what do you call it? Consolations or whatever you want to. They can do anything they want.
Special consideration for Will Smith. Yeah.
He's been banned from attending unless he hosts. So we're going to make him the host next year. And he's going to have a co-host, Chris Rock. How about that, man? Come on, work with me, people. Oh, we got some audio we got to knock out here, if you don't mind. There's a TikToker. Her name is Grandma Droniak. And it's gone viral, the video, explaining the 3 basic rules for those who will be attending her funeral, because she's up in years. Anyway, she doesn't mince words. Here's Grandma Droniak.
These are my rules at my funeral. Listen up. You could cry, but don't cry too much. Don't make a fool of yourself. Bertha is not invited. Don't let her in. And you better get drunk afterward. Take a shot for me. These are my rules at my funeral. Listen up.
Yeah.
You could cry, but don't.
Okay, we got it. Take a shot. Don't let Bertha in. She's not welcome. So, Bertha, you can't go to Grandma Droniak's funeral. Sorry about that.
See, I get a little crazy about funerals and things like that. Number one, I hate them, don't like them.
Yeah.
And then when it's like, now this is what I want. I don't want you here. And then after that, this is the song I want played. And then I want 3 dancers coming down the aisle. And I want them to dance around my kids. After a while, it's
something
like,
nice.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. But they say you are supposed to cry at birth.
Shoot out flames.
Yeah, and
supposed to
no, just the baby. Just shoot out that baby. And
cry at a birth and cry at a funeral.
Yeah, because you at the birth, a lot of people don't know all of the good things and a lot of the bad things that they're going to have to go through to be real sad in life. And at the end, you celebrate. You made it. You've got you lived your life. And I said I can kind of see that to a certain degree, but after 9 months, you better be happy.
There you go. All right, got to say hi to Vincent. Vincent says hi. Vincent Bittner checking us out on Facebook. Appreciate that. My sister Judy says, so glad you guys are back on the podcast. Hey, we've been missing you. Cora says, and why was Will Smith smiling when he was walking back to his seat? And John Bennett says, woohoo, which is what John Bennett says every time he checks in.
That's kind of, see, that's going to be a big mystery, too. Will Smith was sitting before he got up, was sitting there and laughing at the joke until he looked over at his wife.
And she didn't look too happy.
Yeah, and at that particular point, it's like, okay, where does common sense control the situation? Oop, Will has none. He gets up. I mean, this is the part I can't understand. Walk up in front of the whole building, or at least that auditorium, and you slap somebody. It's weird. And somebody will make a bunch of money off of it. It won't be us.
All right, we got to take a quick commercial break. First, I want to mention Shop Bink. That's my daughter's clothing and accessory website. You go to shop, shopbinc.com, shopbink.com. And she got all kinds of great stuff up there for ladies, accessories, clothes stuff. And I think she's getting some guys' stuff as well.
I was about to ask.
shopbinc.com, shopbink.com. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. Hang on. You bought it online, and now you need to haul that big couch. Flash hauler it. Bought a washer or dryer and need to transport it from the seller's location to yours? Flash hauler it. Have office furniture to move across town? Flash hauler it. Car breakdown and you need a tow? Flash hauler it. Anytime you need furniture or appliances moved or need a tow, Flash hauler it. Haul it, tow it, deliver it with Flash hauler. Download the Flash hauler app free. Do it now. Flash hauler. Flash hauler. If you don't know much about Flash hauler, let me go ahead and explain a little bit about it. They have a thing called, they have a 4-stage type deal at Flash hauler. They have a vehicle only opportunity for you. If you wanted to pick up some patio furniture or move a dresser or a desk or whatever, they'll have a vehicle show up that can accommodate the size and weight of that piece of furniture. And then you and whoever put it on the vehicle, on the truck or whatever, and then the driver takes it to the next location, and you remove it. They also have the concierge light, as they call it, where there's a guy who comes and he'll help load it up and then take it there and help load it off. Then they have the concierge, I guess it's concierge premium, right?
Yeah.
And then they have like 2 guys come. They'll load the stuff like a refrigerator and a freezer or whatever on a vehicle, take it to the location you need to deliver to, and they'll unload it. And then they got a thing called the Hero Helper. Now, this is really cool. Hero Helper is where this guy will come to your place, a guy or 2, maybe a guy and a lady, and if you need maybe you're going to put wood floors down and rip out all the carpet in your place, they're not going to do that. But what they will do is move all the furniture out of there.
There you
so
go.
So that the people doing the floors can get in there to do it.
Yeah.
And then they'll move the furniture back.
You're not straining your back or anything else. It seems to me, anything you want to do as far as your home is concerned,
Sure.
hey, Flash Hauler's got it covered. It's just that simple.
Let me just throw this in here real quick. If you want to get involved or at least find out about Flash Hauler, go to the App Store on your phone and type in Flash Hauler, FLASHOLR. That's FLASHOLR. Type in Flash Hauler, and you can download the app and go from there. And they're also looking for drivers at all times. So if you want to become, how you become a Lyft driver or Uber driver, you can become a driver with Flash Hauler and do a very similar thing that you would do for Uber or Lyft. But you're moving product.
Yeah, no lifting for you, though.
Yeah, unless you want to. Yeah. All right, we got to get to what is the next
We've got
thing on the
some email here, brother.
God, yeah. Let me go ahead and say it's time for email.
Dear Jack and Ron, I have a problem. My daughter is 18 and has a boyfriend that I don't like.
Uh-oh.
She has a brand new Jeep she received from us because of her outstanding work, her grades.
Oh, nice.
And insists on letting her boyfriend borrow it all the time.
Oh, no.
She says she loves him and lets him borrow her ride. I told him it was a bad idea. But she sprung. And for those who don't know, sprung means just absolutely nuts over this guy, crazy. I told her if he wrecks it, I won't get it fixed for even if insurance pays for it, and they never pay for everything. I'm not paying a dime. I want to kick his ass, but I know that will make things worse.
All right.
What to do?
What do you do?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Well, I say, look, she's grown age-wise, 18 for a girl. Come on, she's grown. But she's still a kid when it comes to relationships. She doesn't know. She hasn't been out there for a while. Maybe give her a taste of the adult world by taking the keys to her car or the keys to your home.
Ooh. In other words,
you go.
basically kicking her out.
Well, yeah, I mean, you bought the Jeep, brand new Jeep.
Right.
She's done well in school. Why is it a lot of young ladies, I should say people, period, but definitely young ladies who do great in school, straight A's, terrible on the ins and out of life. You know what I mean? And you keep wondering, how? Why is she with this person? Or why did she do that? She was so smart in school. Don't know. But at this particular point, you, sir, know life is tough out here. It's rough. You can handle her with kid gloves if you want to, but you need to toughen her up for what she will experience once she steps out that door. That's why I say take the car keys or take the house keys.
And I might add, too, book smart does not make you street smart. something
got that right. Wait.
We might want to ring the damn bell. Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Okay, so we got the email out of the way. I want to say hi to Chandra Tucker, who says, I've missed you guys. And John Bennett says, good looking studios. Thank you, John.
Yeah.
Thanks to Richard. He's doing a great job over here. Laura Waters Sharp is watching, as well as Curtis Tappan. Man, we've got a lot of folks joining us today. Glad to have you guys with us on the all-new location for the Jack and Ron podcast. Mm-hmm. Today, Monday at 1 o'clock, and every Monday hereafter at 1 o'clock, right here from Blacken Studios. All right, I got another hunk of audio for you to listen to. You'll like this because Mel Gibson was being interviewed.
Oh, Mel.
Good old Mel Gibson.
The hell, it's Mel. Go ahead.
Being interviewed where he's got a handler. You know, whenever Ron and I have done phone interviews with guys that are considered big public figures or stars, they always have someone call ahead and say, Jack and Ron, are you ready to visit with Mel Gibson or whoever it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're ready. Okay.
Trying to clear a landing path for him.
Well, let me get him on the line. Remember, don't ask him about this or that.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. No, whatever they call it, ambushing. Okay, whatever you say. So you get it. Just ask him about the new movie. Anyway, apparently the handler, the person doing that part of interrupted the interview with Fox News after the host asked Mel if he would have been treated the same way as Will Smith if he had slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars. Here's what the audio sounds like from the interview and how Mel Gibson's handler jumps in.
I was wondering if, you had been the one that jumped up out of his seat and slapped Chris Rock, if you would have been treated the same way, Mel.
Hello, Jesse. Thank you. That's our time.
Have you ever thought about that?
Thank you, Jesse.
Okay.
That is our time.
Well, Mel, thank you very much for joining Jesse Waters Prime Time, and we really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, why didn't he? Well, see, why didn't Mel jump up, be a man, and jump up and say, well, first of all, I see somebody walking towards me and I'm in the middle of my bit hosting, then I'm going to be on guard right then and there. I may go after, But he just sat there, you wuss.
And here's the other thing. Jesse Waters, I don't know who this guy is, but he's on Fox News, I guess. He didn't exactly strike me as the greatest broadcaster in America, that's for sure.
He may not be with Fox any longer.
Who knows? I mean, he sounded like a very weak host, okay? And you guys can go ahead and write him and tell him we said that.
Yeah. And I'd like to know, this was at the end of the interview, middle of
right toward the end, I
okay,
believe,
well, he was smart enough to get all the other stuff out of the way.
He got all the other stuff out of the way, but then toward the end of the interview is when he jumped in and hit him with that crap.
Oh, misogynistic Mel. Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember if we've ever asked anybody anything that got it. Never had. We've asked them stuff where they've been upset and got rid of us.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's been a point where the interview handler jumped in and
no. That never. And I'll tell you who I think it was. It was Burt Reynolds' buddy, heavyset dude. I can't remember his name right now. We were talking to him and made some comments about Burt Reynolds. I think his hair or something, that it was a wig and all.
Oh
of
yeah,
that.
because he wore the tube.
Yeah. And the conversation just sort of went downhill after that. And
I remember that, yeah.
He couldn't wait to get us off the phone. But then there's some individuals that come in studio, as Steve Harvey did once. He came in.
He was
studio.
great.
He was going to be in there for about up 15 minutes, something like that. I think he stayed almost for the whole show.
He did. He was in there almost 3 hours with us.
Yeah.
Steve Harvey, great guy. He was a great interview because he helped do the show. I mean, it was like, hey, we can throw all this material away and use it tomorrow because Steve Harvey's here and he can just go off.
And he'd get, why are you asking these guys come in here working? Why are you asking them that? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm saying,
he was great.
Yeah, way to go. Let me put my shoulders back here.
You know who was really interesting too, and he was really nice at the time? Dr. Phil. We had him on one time live in our studio. We were doing a Valentine's Day show where we had a live studio audience and we had people who wanted to were they getting married? No, I don't think they were getting married. One time we did have a couple get married on the show, but this time it was couples in trouble having sort of a disharmonious relationship. And he came in, and this was when he was first becoming somebody. He had been on Oprah, and he had nothing else going on yet.
Yeah,
well,
I was really surprised.
He had nothing going on. He was with us.
I was surprised at how many of our coworkers were raising their hands to ask questions, exposing their, I don't know, their
deepest, darkest behind the door
turmoil
secrets.
in their lives and what have you. And it was like, I didn't do it, but I wanted to, like, hey, You hear that? You hear that?
Yeah, I know. Anyway, Dr. Phil was really nice at that time. I've heard different stories about Dr. Phil and how he can be somewhat of a pain in the ass to work with, but he was great with us. Of course, he was on our turf.
He's not a real doctor. See, that's the other part people don't understand. They give this guy all the, how can I say it, all the credit in the world.
Yep.
He's not that kind of a doctor. Okay? He's not.
There you go.
He's not. And he just gives all this advice, and folks, yeah, I understand, Dr. Phil. Shut up.
Got to say hi to Andy Clevenger over there in Germany. He says, wow, happy to see you guys back on again.
Yeah.
All the way over here in Germany checking you out. Mike Moshak, friend of mine who I run into at the convenience store quite frequently. He says, Jack, glad you're back in my life. Thanks, Mike. He says, you want to go half?
Say what?
He says, you want to go half on a convenience store? And then Dan Purvis, good friend of mine, Dan, says, hello there. Hey, Dan. The reason Mike brings up the convenience store is our favorite convenience store, Memorial and Bryant, the Jiffy Stop right there at the corner of Memorial and Bryant.
The one that has our picture up on the door the whole time?
They're closing Saturday for good.
Why?
They're gone.
They were always busy.
Apparently somebody else bought the property, and they're going to level it and put up a strip mall or something and maybe a restaurant or whatever, but I know they were always busy. Great store. Love the store. Love the people. In fact, when my daughter got married about 11 years ago, I invited everybody who worked at that convenience store to the wedding, and they attended. Just great people, and I'm really sad to see that convenience store, Jiffy Stop.
Me too, man. That was a marker for me, because I don't make it up that far north all the time. But I see that, and I know exactly where I am.
Oh yeah,
exactly where I am. That's a shame.
Sorry to see it go.
We'll miss you guys. We really will.
All right, time to get to this. One of the most important parts of the entire Jack and Ron podcast. We call it News of the I'll Be Damned. Oh, man. We've got some for you today. There's a 54-year-old guy named Gregory Sorensen. He was pulled over and arrested for DUI in Florida last Friday night. He was driving a very interesting vehicle. It was a student driver car, and it even had the decals and the signs on the side that said student driver, and the guy was apparently a student driver instructor. He was the driving instructor. He was alone in the car at the time, and well, I say alone. He also had an open pack of Natural Light beer in the back seat, and he failed the sobriety test. And his blood alcohol content was 3 times the legal limit. Unclear whether his arrest might kind of hamper his future as a driving instructor, but there you go. I'm guessing it will, don't you think? Unless he gets, some sort of rehabilitation or whatever and goes through a few programs.
Now what is his job?
Driving instructor.
He's a driving instructor. By this time, he should know what to say and how to say it to the police. Number one, they say never get out. You wait until the police come up.
Yeah.
You have beer in the back, open beer. I'm getting out.
Well.
And then he'll say, stop right there, and I'll stop right there and have all my stuff ready. You don't let him just take a tour of your inside of your car. That's
he should have had that beer hidden in a glove box or somewhere under the seat.
See, that sounds of a pro, folks. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Amen. All right, there's a woman in California. This lady in California drove to court last Monday. She was due to make an appearance in court, having been arrested for stealing a car. She showed up at court, but they were like, how'd you get here to the courthouse? Turns out she was driving another stolen vehicle to get to the courthouse. Anyway, it's unclear if the woman stole the car that day or if she just happens to have a whole bunch of stolen vehicles at her property. And so she was rearrested. In any event, she's surely in a lot more trouble now. I think I have one more story for you here, too. 30-year-old Hunter Howard and a 47-year-old guy named Andrew Doughty both work as security guards for a resort in Hilton Head, South Carolina.
Well.
You ever been to Hilton Head? Man, what a nice place. I was there one time, and I fell in love with it. Anyway, they don't work there anymore as security guards because they got arrested last Friday. They tried to poison their boss with eye drops. With what? Eye drops.
I've heard about that.
I didn't know that. There's an ingredient in eye drops.
Yeah.
The ingredient in eye drops actually lowers your blood pressure. And if you ingest enough of it, your heart can stop beating or at least start beating dangerously slow. They put a bunch of eye drops in a coffee maker that only their supervisor used. It's not clear how many drops they put in or if it was enough to kill him. But luckily, he's okay because another stoolie, a snitch, another employee looking to make brownie points, found out about it and told management. So the guy didn't end up drinking the coffee. They called the cops. They showed up, arrested the two for tampering with a human drug product or food item. And they say it's a felony because they could end up with 20 years in prison for doing that.
Snitches get stitches. Remember that.
I will keep that in mind. Snitches get stitches.
That's right.
All right. I got
And
another
sometimes found in ditches.
I got another piece of audio for you before we get to our sleazy, trashy showbiz report. This is kind of an interesting. A weather reporter in WRC-TV in Washington, D.C., he called his kids while he was on the air. Now, why would he do that?
Ooh.
He wanted to warn them about a possible tornado heading over their house. The house he lives in, but of course he wasn't there because he was delivering the weather. His reporter...
Where was Mom?
I don't know where the hell Mom was. Oh.
Yeah. Hey, now.
I think Mom might have been having a couple drinks down at the Dinky Doo Bar and Grill. Anyway, this guy's name is Doug Kammerer. And Doug got on TV. He was initiating sort of a severe weather and possible tornado warning. And he called his kids. So here he is talking to the kids.
I'm tracking this so closely now. This is going to go right over my house. Can't you, everybody?
Yeah.
All right, hey man, I want you to get down in the basement. We got a tornado warning. All right, so I want to make sure you and Callie get downstairs as soon as you can. Okay? Yeah, get down there right now. Get in that bedroom down there, and just kind of wait for like 10, 15 minutes. Okay? Do it now. All right, thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, so that.
Okay, sound like the kid was really taking it. Yeah,
Like,
do it now.
what?
Well,
Is this another one of your little cry wolf things? Is this really a tornado coming, Dad?
Dad, you're usually wrong 70% of the time. We don't even know how the hell you keep your weather job. So there you have it. Yeah. So the weatherman warned his kids, calls them on the phone live on the air, tells them to get in the basement or wherever in the low spot of the house. And the kids did not sound interested at all. It's like, man, I'm right in the middle of this game. I've got this video thing going. I'm winning. I'm beating kids in every other country I'm playing. And now I got to go down and say, come on, Pops. Well, anyway, there you have it. Well, now it's time. Oh, crap. I just knocked stuff everywhere here. Well, it's my first day in the studio. I don't know where everything is, really. So.
Well, it's on the floor now.
Yeah, it was only my phone, so no problem. All right, we got to get to our sleazy, trashy showbiz report. Yeah.
Let's get it on. Reports now say Will Smith has checked into a luxury rehab clinic to help deal with all his stress and to save his brand. That might be a good move on his part.
Maybe.
All right, there's a destroyed Russian tank in Ukraine with wolverines sprayed on the side of it. I don't know, Jack, you may remember it's in reference to the movie Red Dawn, where the Cubans came in. And the guys, the young people are fighting it, Wolverine. So it's interesting. A first issue of Captain America comics just sold for $3.1 million.
Okay, what year would that have come out, the first issue of a Captain America comic book?
Oh, I'm thinking probably.
I'm not familiar with.
Probably late 30s, 40s, because the cover has the Captain America on it, beating the hell out of Adolf Hitler. So
that'd be cool to have.
Yeah,
that would be excellent.
And it featured the first appearance of Cap and Bucky, his pal. Jimmy Kimmel and Marjorie Taylor Greene are in a Twitter war. I do not understand, don't understand how the heck Marjorie Taylor Greene is in Congress.
I don't know how she keeps a position in Congress and that they haven't.
Well, they've taken all of her positions.
I just don't know how they don't just say, look, you're way over the top. It's time for you to just go. You're an embarrassment to the political system. You should just be gone. Who's that other goofball friend of hers that was screaming at President Biden one night?
I can't remember. Was it Taylor? I don't remember, but this is during the State of the Union address, and all of a sudden, these two idiots are getting up, yelling and stuff like that.
Yeah, screaming all kinds of stupid stuff.
And one more time, I would love to ask, where's security?
Yeah.
Just like the Oscars. Where is security? Get these two idiots out of here. I do not understand how she got arrested. I mean, how she got elected. Good.
I don't either. Who would vote for some imbecile like that? She's completely off her rocker, delusional.
Well, now, what state is she from? I can't remember.
I'm not sure where she's from.
Whatever it is,
my wife would know because she follows that stuff. She follows the whole political gamut.
I just wanted to make sure because I won't be going to that state, not even to drive through. Pink Floyd released a new album, the first since 1994. It features vocals from a Ukrainian singer. A woman who sued Snoop Dogg for sexual assault has now dropped that suit.
How much did he give her?
I don't know. It was a bunch, I'll bet you. Tom Cruise's new movie will be shot partly in space. This is going to be interesting, man. The company is launching a film and TV studio into space, and they say more movies and attractions will actually be shot in space.
How cool is that?
Yeah. Pam Anderson is headed for Broadway and her fifth divorce. Cowboy quarterback Dak Prescott has been fined $25,000 for agreeing with fans who threw trash at the refs.
You don't do that.
No. You don't. Well,
no matter how bad you may think the officiating is, you don't.
Do you think he's going to pay $25,000? Or I'll put it this way: it'll be paid, but do you think it'll come out of his pocket?
That'd be the team.
I don't think so. Hey, Kid Rock kicked off a concert, but there was I think, a 3 to 5 minute video of Donald Trump. No word on how many people walked out.
Wow.
But you have people coming there paying this money to see you, and you give them a video of Donald Trump first?
I think it's probably because he's a big supporter of the Trump era.
Without a doubt.
And so most of his followers, I think, probably would be of the same ilk, wouldn't you think? Many of his followers.
Maybe they just want to be a Kid Rock fan. And
maybe, yeah.
Who knows? But
maybe some people go to a concert and don't want to hear anything political. They want to hear the music.
That's right. I want to, all this money, it's the same thing with everybody. You say. Yeah. I say, I paid this money. You perform for me. I'm not performing for you. Julian Lennon says he would never sing his dad's song, Imagine. Well, he has now, and he dedicated it to the people of Ukraine.
In fact, he did it as a part of a fundraiser for the people of Ukraine. Yep. And I saw last night on NBC Nightly News, they ran a clip of him singing, and they matched it up with his dad, John Lennon. It was really cool. And that's one of the best songs ever written, by the way.
It's an amazing
lyrical
thing.
Content's outstanding.
Well, I was about to say, that is a song that stands the test of time. When you think about all the stuff that was going on, Vietnam, all of that, and here we are we're not personally, well, we are to a certain degree, involved in the war in Ukraine, but at the same time, song still carries just as much weight. And finally.
Yes?
Women with bigger butts might give birth to smarter kids. This is because of the extra omega-3 fatty acids that are stored for help in their baby's brain development.
How cool is that? Guys want a smart kid, get yourself a woman with a big booty.
Yeah, I mean, she's got to have a whole bunch of junk in the trunk, baby. And, now, here's the deal. What if they prove that this is true? What's going to happen then?
Every woman's going to want a butt implant, I guess, to make it look like they've got the opportunity.
Yeah, and then give birth to an idiot. Anyway.
It could happen.
I don't know. That's bad. I shouldn't have said that. By the way, happy National Pet Day today.
Today is the day.
Yeah, and that's your Hollywood update.
Well, I got to say hi to Matthew, who says eye drops. We're referring to the last story we had. Eye drops can make you puke for sure. Christy Thiessen is watching. And John Heffron said, wow, it's Jack and Ron. And I remember James used to call with all the birthdays. In fact, here he is. He said, Jack's got a birthday this month. Nice of you to point that out, James. And then and Millie points out the date. Thanks, Millie. You guys know everything about us.
Yeah, that's kind of scary sometimes, you know that?
And then
Rudy
Rudy
put your address up there. Go by and say hi.
Rudy Chavez says, Jack, do you think your daughter will reenact your routine from Breakin'? He thinks I starred in the movie Breakin'.
Really?
And then he also says, hey, are you guys in a barn? Not that I know of. We're in a studio, dude.
You know what he's looking at.
Oh, the wood behind us.
He's looking at the wood.
It's very cool wood. Yeah. It's got like a burnt effect on it. Very cool studio work.
I don't know if they can see it or not, but the lights that are flashing
behind,
and the little openings there, it's really great.
It's a very cool studio, and we thank Richard for setting us up here at Blacken Studios in Northwest Oklahoma City. Time for the dumbass joke of the day. Okay, here's what we do. We have 3 very, very cheesy jokes, if you know the drill. We call upon Ron to pick one of the cheesy jokes. So yes, again, once again, Ron gets to pick his cheese. The 3 jokes today. Number 1, the patient. Number 2, the married couple. Number 3, the driver. I'll give them to you again. The patient, the married couple, the driver. What's it going to be?
Well, considering what's going on in the country right now, we better go with the patient.
All right, patient. The guy's lying in his bed in the hospital. The doctor comes in and says, hey, look, I got some good news and some bad news. Patient says, oh, man, well, give me the bad news first. Doctor says, okay, we have to amputate both of your legs. Patient says, oh, geez, that's horrible. What's the good news? Doctor says, the guy in the next room wants to buy your shoes. Okay. Would you like another one of those?
Wait a minute, just like that?
Richard, were you okay with it?
Yeah, that was aggressive.
Okay. All right, Richard, would you like to hear another one?
I'll go for it. We got 2 more.
Okay.
Yeah, you're a glutton for punishment, aren't you, Richard?
Here we go. This is about a couple that's been married a long time. Been married 10 years, and they're still living in an apartment.
Ooh.
Yeah, and the wife is complaining all the time that she's tired of saving every penny to buy a dream home and still doesn't have that dream home. So the husband's trying to please her. The husband found a new apartment that's within their budget. However, after the first week, she began complaining again. The wife said, I don't like the place at all. There's no curtains in the bathroom. The neighbors can see me every time I take a bath. The wife complained, they can all see me. And the husband said, don't worry. If the neighbors do see you, they'll buy us some curtains. Richard, is it okay?
Ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Richard is saying, give me that bell.
Richard, now if you guys like, I'll give you one more.
Of course.
Yeah,
All right.
you know what?
One last
Sure
one.
one. Come on, get a 3-pointer. Come on.
A police officer pulls a guy over who's been weaving in and out of the lanes. He goes up to the guy's window and says, sir, I need to know if you'll blow into this breathalyzer tube. And the guy says, sorry, officer, I can't do it. I'm an asthmatic. If I do that, I'll have a really bad asthma attack. Wouldn't want that, would we? Cop says, okay, fine, I need you to come down to the station to give a blood sample. The guy says, I can't do that either. I'm a hemophiliac. If I do that, I'll bleed to death.
Jeez.
The cop says, well, then I need a urine sample. The guy in the car says, I can't do that either, officer. I'm also a diabetic. If I do that, I'll get really low blood sugar. The cop says, okay, then I need you to come out here and walk this white line. Guy says, I can't do that, officer. And the cop says, why not? And he says, because I'm drunk. All right, there you go.
At least he was honest. At least he was honest.
Honest indeed. That's your dumbass joke of the day, or dumbass jokes. Okay.
Holy moly.
I guess we got to do Tribon. And Richard, you get to participate in this. Richard is our new studio head. And the guy who is the proprietor here at Blacken Studios. We give you 3 words, and you have to come up with one word that works with all 3.
Love the name of his studio, man.
Blacken?
Yeah, I really
Blacken
do.
Studios, yeah.
I really like that. And it's so fantastic. He has everything that we could need right here.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm saying that, folks, simply because you haven't walked around the studio. There's more than one room here.
It's prime
really great.
property.
Thank you very much.
By the way, Steve.
Thank you, guys.
My friend Steve Oak says, good joke. So he liked the jokes. Thanks, Steve. Appreciate you. And somebody up
You
here
did say good friend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And then, excuse me, James says, Rudy, how is your dad? I'd like to know that too, Rudy. How is your dad? His dad is about 93 now, probably 93, 94. I'd go down to Rudy's place. He owns a place where they reupholster. I mean, and this guy's like a craftsman. They've been in business like 75 years. I had him do some leather work on one of my vehicles. Outstanding work. And he's not paying for this plug. I'm just saying it because I've been down there and he's done work for me. And I've seen some of the other furniture that he has refabricated and or put leather on, whatever. Outstanding. And his dad is always there. His dad drives. He's 94. I don't know how well he drives, but he does drive. His dad's awesome. And so I just wonder how his dad is doing.
Now, is it just leather, or do they work with cloth?
Cloth, yeah.
Like
they work with
in your home,
kinds.
too? Like you have this fantastic chair that's been in the family for, 40, 50 years.
Work is impeccable. I've never seen work this good. I'm not kidding.
Excellent. All right. Well,
Rudy likes to clown around and goof off and all, but when it comes to his work, it is the best. Okay, so maybe he'll let us know how his dad is doing. Okay, let's do Tribon. We give you the 3 words. You got to come up with one word that works with a three. The three words today: door, mouse, speed.
All right, hold on just a second.
Let me give it to you again.
Yeah.
This one's really easy because it's our first time back.
Yeah, I was about to say, but Richard, you can jump in with an answer. You know, if we ask him what have you, and maybe give him a little extra time. What do you think?
Okay. Let me give it to you again here, Richard.
Okay.
Door, mouse, speed. One word works with all three of those.
Is it a name?
Not just a word.
I was thinking of Speedy Gonzalez, the little cartoon.
not a name.
It has to go with all three of those words.
Yeah, it has to match up with all three of those. Door, mouse, speed. I'd probably use mouse as the word that I would focus in on the most.
Mouse, door, speed.
I think I mean
Ron has it.
No, I don't know. I got to guess.
Is anybody in chat chiming in yet?
Somebody's already got 2 or 3 people.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll tell you. That's exactly what I was going to say.
All right.
I'm glad you said mouse.
We can leave it at that, and then come back next week and see if Richard has the answer.
Okay. Yeah. I'll just
No.
review the tapes.
Doesn't that work? Yeah. All right. Thanks. My daughter put up here. What are you looking up at? What are you looking at up there? Oh, I guess because I'm looking up at the screen where I can see us. And to the right of us, I can see all of this is new for us in this studio. I can see all the comments from people on the monitor. That's what John Bennett wrote. He's got a monitor up there. Wow, how does everybody know everything? You know, we don't even get to respond to the questions before the audience responds.
Well, I take it to mean, you know what? They know us. They know enough about this business, and we're pretty open about what's going on. We're not trying to keep
I get it
secret
now.
or anything.
You got the word, didn't you?
I see it. I'm slow, so
Well, you know what?
It just dawned on me.
You might as well go ahead and give it. And everybody,
Sure, might as well give the answer. The answer, Richard, is
Trap.
There you go.
Yeah, you got a mouse trap, speed trap, and a trap door.
Trap door. Yeah.
There you go. Simple enough. All right.
I'm glad we got smart.
Yeah.
Smart
Got it all
community.
taken care of.
Yeah, we got a smart community.
Very smart community.
Oh, and let me tell you, you will be surprised at how smart this community really is. They really, really are. And we are very fortunate that they are checking us out. We do appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Hey, the Wachinski family is checking us out again, too. Hadn't heard from them in a while. And let's see, Millie is on there, and just a whole bunch of people that have a whole lot of things to say. But all in all, thanks to you guys for checking us out. All right, we're getting close to the end of this deal. We got to wrap it up with Too Tough Trivia.
Okay, I had a couple of things here, but we'll do this later. And it's because of something that you would really miss. Lady Gaga and Salma Hayek have a sex scene in the House of Gucci, that movie they're doing.
Damn, I haven't seen that movie yet.
Yeah, well, somebody cut it.
They cut the sex scene?
Yeah.
Well, I'm out.
And and people are upset about this. They said it was really, really steamy.
Why did they cut it?
Who knows? Somebody trying to protect somebody else.
Yeah, somebody trying to protect us.
Yeah, I don't want you to be offended.
Evils.
It's kind of hard to.
It's like all those people that we're going to get a lottery because we want to keep everybody from having a lottery. We want to protect you from yourself. We want to protect you from having a casino gaming. We want to protect you from having a racetrack. Don't try to protect me.
Well, why don't you go and sit down in your room, legislature, Congress, whatever the case may be, and how about responding to some of our wants instead of going ahead and saying, this is what I want, and I'm going to put it on you.
Yeah.
Wait till we ask you for some help before you start throwing these laws. No casino. I remember that. No casino. And everything
was a bad idea. According to him. Well, it doesn't seem like a bad idea now, does it?
Well, one TV guy said it'll change us into a bookie state, and I'm saying, no, it won't.
Here's what we are already, a bookie state, because we don't have legalized sports betting. That's what we need now. Once you go to legalized sports betting, which we should do, then the state will make more money off that. By the way, they profit from it in terms of taxation and what have you. Well. And sports betting is like in 17 other states, I believe they have it. In Indiana, I believe Ohio. And you know what's happening now? Radio stations are flourishing because they're doing sports betting shows specifically. And, I mean,
it's a job for somebody.
The economy's blowing up in those states.
Yep.
We need sports gambling here in the state. Not just horse racing, which is great, and not just the casino gaming we have, but sports betting. So you can go to your local wherever and place a bet on your favorite football, basketball, baseball, hockey team, tennis, whatever sport you want to bet on.
All right.
Okay.
By the way, congratulations, man. James let the cat out of the bag.
Thank you, James.
And now you really won't be giving out your address.
I like that. James says, everyone share. Jack's giving away a swim party at his house.
I got my trunks ready.
All right, very good.
Yeah. Try to get his address out of him. Doesn't happen. All right, here you go. Here is your Too Tough Trivia question for today. How did wrestler Stone Cold Steve Austin get the name Stone Cold? Well, for those who are with us all the time, Millie is fantastic. She's brilliant. She's a genius. She had the correct answer.
Oh, really?
It's his ex-wife. She used to tell him to drink his tea before it gets stone cold.
Who would have ever thought that you'd get a nickname from that?
Yeah, the hook stuck. Stone Cold Steve. But that's how it came about. Millie, I salute you.
There you go, Millie.
I salute you.
Drink your tea before it gets stone cold, and that's how he got his nickname.
That's it.
All right. Well, hey, we got some people to thank. We got to thank Savvy Schmidt, the head of Radio Love, who takes and distributes this show, the audio portion of it, I should say, on 10 different streaming platforms worldwide. iHeartMedia Podcast, TuneIn, Spreaker, Deezer, Spotify. We're on. You can't get away from us. Let's put it that way.
And this is the real deal. Not like some other podcasts. Not that you would listen to or watch any others, but hey, this is the real deal here. When we say we're somewhere, that's where we are. We're talking to somebody. That's who we're actually talking to.
Show enough.
That's all I got to say about that, brother.
Also, we got to thank the folks with Flash Holler. Flash Holler, you want to download their app on your phone. Just go to the App Store. It's free to download the app. Type in Flash Holler. After you've gone to the App Store, type in FLASHOLR. FLASHOLR.
They've been with us from the beginning.
Yeah.
And I've had a couple of people say, man, I like the way you do that. You sort of personalize the ads. How can I get on with you guys? Well,
yeah. Simple enough.
How do we get them on here?
You go ahead and contact us through Facebook Messenger if you want to do that, and we'll get back with you.
That's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Make it private just between us, and off we go. So I don't know. Maybe we better mention this a few times as the months and weeks go on, because they can say, how did you get on? How can I get on? Well,
there you go. Well, anyway, Flash Hauler is an opportunity for you to move merchandise or sign up with them. If you go to the Flash Hauler app, they have one that's for customers, an app, and there's another one for drivers. They're always looking for drivers who want to make a little extra money on the side, a little side hustle. If you want to move a piece of furniture for somebody from point A to point B.
Oh, just plain old spring cleaning. Hey, spring is here. That's when you're really, really going to need these guys.
I think what you need to do is check it out first. We're telling you about it, but if you download the app, you'll be able to find out all about Flash Hauler, FLASHOLR. Go to the App Store and download the Flash Hauler app and find out more about it. You can move stuff. They'll come work on, inside your house. They'll move stuff for you, rearrange things for you. They kind of do everything when it comes to furniture and furnishings, patio furniture, moving a grill, whatever it is. So go ahead and download that app. And we have to thank Richard right here at the Blacken Studios. Our new home, what would you call this? Studio home, podcast home. Yeah. Go ahead and let Richard know he's done a tremendous job. You can go to find out more about Blacken Studios on social media. Go to @Blacken Studios, @Blacken Studios on social media, and they will help you out. All right. So I guess that's going to wrap it up. We'll come back next week, do this thing all again. Thanks so much for being a part of the podcast this week. Go ahead and spread the word. Share the podcast with your friends, neighbors, loved ones, pet monkey, whatever. Let them know Jack and Ron are back. And we've got the podcast in full swing again every Monday, 1 o'clock Central Time.
And hey, again, National Pet Day today. It doesn't matter whether you have a dog, cat, bird, fish, whatever the case may be. Give them a little special attention. Let them know that you care about them. National Pet Day. I think that's great.
Yeah, there you go. National Pet Day. Enjoy your pet.
Yep.
Take them to the groomer. Take them to the dog park. Well, have a little fun with your pet. Well, it's National Pet Day, and that's the kind of thing you do to kind of enjoy your pet.
That's exactly what you do.
Show them you love them.
All right.
We got to get out of here. Remember, when you go out to do what you do it like Jack and Ron. When you go out to do what you do, be like Jack and Ron. Be the best at what you do. Be the very best. Give it 110, 120, 130% effort like Jack and Ron. Go out there, give it hell.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Good day.